shopping spree, you can try them all. One shoe, two shoe, you can buy them all. Go ahead, buy them all. Ballin' like you swing cash, me and Kenny D flexing on them like it's gym class. Taking me to club with the red bottom on, pretty lipstick as she singing my song. Yeah, taking me to club with the red bottom on. I love the way she walk and the way she talk. Plus, 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 just sitting on twins. Now watch her, now watch her, now watch her, now watch her shake, 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 shake it. Taking me to club with the red bottom on. When she's bad and I know.
Yo, 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 yo. It's your boy Kenny D, singer-songwriter, your host. And today is Monday and we are bringing you PIMP Game, the podcast. That's right, where we highlight positive, intelligent, motivated people. Man, do we got a special show for you guys on tap this evening tonight. We are going to be talking about how many dates should a man take a woman out before the woman pays for one? How many dates? Let me know. Let us know. Right? Then at the bottom of the hour at 8:30, we got Madiana, Margao. She was going to be on the show 8:30 talking about her latest thing that she got going on, because she's the owner and CEO of Red Sprinkle, doing big things in the DMV. All right? Pimp game, pimp game, pimp game. We are live right now. So, let's talk about it. How many dates should a man take a woman out on before the woman pays for one? Pays for one. Fellas, you guys already know we spend a lot of money kicking money out on dates, and sometimes we want to feel like, yo, are you in this with me? Are you going to put your bread up too? Because a lot of women will tell you, yo, I don't need the dates, and oh yeah, you took me out, so what? Oh, we're paying. So if we're paying, we're investing. We always like to know if the woman is willing to invest as well. That way you know she's invested. That way you know she's not up and out of there real quick. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times that happens. So let me just chime in and say right now that I believe that when a man is taking a woman out, I think it's a beautiful thing, right? Chivalry isn't dead. It's not dead. Granted, maybe some women have messed it up for other women because it's not appreciated now, but it's an art to it. It's love in it. It's passion in it when we're taking a woman out, especially if we want to take her out, right? So by saying that, we don't mind spending the bread. We don't mind spending the bread, right? But come on now, ladies. 10, 15, 20 dates, 6 dates, 7 dates, you ain't put up the bread yet? What is going on? At least come to us and say, hey, I would like to pay for the movie since you did the dinner, or vice versa. I want to pay for the dinner since you did the movies, or maybe, I don't know, we go to a museum or something like that. Maybe you got us on the hot dogs and the drink. Something, right? Something, ladies. Put your comments in. If you want to chime in on this topic, put your comments in. Let us know what you think in the comments, all right? And if you want to get on and talk about it, we can talk about it, all right? Now, I believe that women should invest in a date, right? They should invest. That way, it's just not strictly on the man. It could be vice versa. Because I guarantee you, if it's the other way around, where the woman is just investing in us, and we're not putting out all. Matter of fact, the woman's not even willing to do that for an extended period of time, 3, 4, 5 days. She may not want to do it she definitely ain't doing it for the first date or the second date a lot of times. So maybe the third, fourth date, she may not want to do it. So, yo, put your comments in, or I could bring you on, buzz you in. Let's talk about it. How do you feel? How many dates should a man take a woman out before the woman pays for one date? Very interesting topic. I like it. All right. Hey, let me get some shout outs real quick. Mimi Love, thanks for joining the show. Also, Paula, as well as Rico Dreams, thanks for joining the show. And to Kia, thank you for tuning in, joining the show. All right. So now, when we talk about joining the show, I think we may have a guest on here. How you doing? How you doing, sir?
What's going on?
Hey, we can't see you. Drop it down just a little bit. All right, right there, right there, right there. Tell everybody your name. What's your name, and what you think about the topic.
It's an interesting topic. Name is Rico. It's an interesting topic that you're touching on. Um, let me pause this TV real quick. It's an interesting topic that you're touching on. I think, with the whole thing, with the things have changed in the modern day because, it's different these times because now women can make their money, right? They're able to
Right.
they're able to do things for themselves, and technically in the technical route, the technicality is right. They could do it for themselves, right? But we still exist. We have to figure out a way to coexist. And I think the whole thing with dating and courting these days is what can we get versus how can we build. So to take that, to me, I think, it all depends on people's ends, and what they're going through. But I say it depends on your own personal situation versus it automatically being something that automatically happens. But I say really 2 dates. Yeah.
So you're saying that after 2 dates, on the third date, you believe the woman should pay on that third date,
I mean,
or at least pay something.
it depends because it depends, right? Because like obviously you've gone past the first date, right? You've gone past the second date. So that means you already, I don't know if you have to be into each other, but that means that you're already uh open to whatever the next situation is going to be because you already passed the first date. Now, if you're not past the first date, that's totally different. If you haven't even got to the second or third date. But to me, if you already passed the first date, to me, I say by the third. Because
By the third.
yeah,
All
because
right.
because the first date, right? The first date we're obliged, depending on the circumstance, like I said, depending on the circumstance of the situation, um, you're already coming out of pocket for the first date, right? Then
Right.
you want to hang out again, the second, then again. So, you know,
So let me throw this at you real quick. So let's just say after the third date, the fourth date, maybe she don't put out. She wants you to put out. She wants you to really show your interest. She wants you to really be the dude because at this point you're providing now. Do you say something to her during the date? Do you say something on the phone? When are you saying something like, hey, look, when are you going to pay up? Or you just don't say nothing at all and wait for her to go ahead and show her hand and pay?
well, I think, like I said in the past, I think it all depends because everybody's financial situation, everybody's financial goals is different. You know what I mean? So you have to throw that into account. I mean, and it depends what culture, group. If now if you're talking about us staying within the melanated community, that's different. But if you're dating somebody from another culture, right, Chinese, but I mean, if you open like that, right, then remember everybody's different. You know, everybody's culturally different in how they court and date. Not everybody has the same perspective when it comes to the actual whole idea of actual, shall I say, dating, the whole dating concept of dating, if you know what I mean, or modern day dating. Let me put that modern day dating.
All right, all right, all right, all right. So definitely, you feel like is this really based on maybe the income, what that person's financial situation is, what they got going on. Pretty much
I
is
mean,
what you're saying.
that's what I'm pretty much saying. Like, it comes down to that because not all of us are born, you know, a Kardashian. Some of us get it out the mud. Like some people are born into it. Some people they got it like that, and it's not a problem, right? And then some people they get it out. Your perspective is different when you get out the mud versus like you got a little quote unquote silver spoon. I want to say that.
Now let me play a little bit devil's advocate here because it's an interesting point that you brought up. You brought up the Kardashians where they already born into it. Nick Cannon, he was already born into a family who they already had bread. Same thing with Ray J and Brandy. Same thing. They were born into the wealth, right? And some people,
Yeah.
what's that?
I'm talking about more like if you like Bronny, like LeBron James' son. You know what I'm saying?
Right. My point exactly. But my thing to you is, even if you're born into it, let's just say, yeah, you have the bread to spend on the lady every single day. You could just do it at the drop of a dime.
Right.
But doesn't that millionaire man, that multimillionaire, doesn't he still want to see the woman do something to show that, okay, yo, I'm in here, I'm in this with you, even though you have the bread, the resources to do it? Do you feel like that dude would still say, yo, I still want to see you do something?
Nah, because at that point, when you that rich, bro, you used to buying people. I mean, at that point, like you had women. I mean, you're not worried about the one woman refusing your date. You got 5 waiting in line. I mean,
Facts.
I say the same thing. I'll say the same thing for a woman who, like, we already know Rihanna got a line waiting for her. You know, face up, Rocky mess up. You know what I mean? Like, it all depends. Like I said, it all depends on your circumstance and your situation. Now, if you see the potential in that person, or you see the potential to grow with that person, that's different. But you can't, like, I think where we get caught up. I think this is where we get caught up individually. You can't make nobody come up. They
Right.
want it themselves. They're hungry. You see what I'm saying? I know we sliding off the topic a little bit, but how I connect it back and bring it back to the dating world is, if you expecting, you're not seeing where you're going, right? If you're not seeing where
Okay.
the relationship in terms of the person, like the person got this drive, they got this hunger, they got this stuff to get what they want for us to live that life. I think that's different if you see the person going in that direction versus already expecting it now when the person's just trying to, you know, get to where they're going, you know? So, I,
Okay.
I,
Well, Rico, go ahead. I'm listening.
no, I said, I'll throw that out there, you know? It's different if the person is just coming up versus they're already there. They're already at the end point or already to the point of, are they still on the street team or are they A&R yet? You know? You know what I mean?
Right. That makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. Well, Rico, we want to thank you for coming on and giving your opinion and what you feel on the topic. Keep tuning in the Pimp Game, and yo, we got more shows coming next week, the week after that, all of that throughout the whole year. All right.
Got you.
All right. Yo, if you were just joining us, we are live on the Pimp Game podcast. That was Rico. The brother Rico was chiming in, giving his thoughts on the topic. How many dates should a man pay for before a woman pays for one? Fellas, we want the women to invest. Remember, if they're not investing, they're leaving. You have to understand that. Women, they get dudes in their DMs, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 dudes in their DMs. Social media has ruined it for us. It has ruined it for us. We have to see the woman invest something. That way, we know she's on board, at least sometime. And sometimes, let me say this, because a woman may not invest monetarily. She may invest with getting you a gift, or she may invest, maybe picking you out a shirt or I don't know, wine glass or something like that. I don't know. She might invest in another way. Sometimes the dude want to see you pay for something and just invest in some way. That way we know, like, yo, you're here with us. You're not rolling out. If I have a bad month, you're not out of here. All right. Yo, let me give a big shout out to a couple of people that just joined the show. If you are just joining us, Jackie L Entertainment. Thanks for coming on the show. This dude got some dope comedy events that's always happening in the DMV area. Also, Neil with Realty over at the Lions Den. They are doing their thing. Thank you for coming on the show. At 8:30, we have Miss Madiana Margao. She is the owner and CEO of Red Sprinkle, where she shows kids around the area fashion. All right, she will be on the show here promptly. Now, let me say this. You guys put it in the comments. What do you think? Do you think the man should ask the woman, like, hey, when are you going to pay? Or do you think he should just keep his mouth silent? Don't say anything. Wait for her to surprise you. What do you think? Fellas, ladies, what do you think? Is that a turn off for you? If the man asks, is it not a turn off? What is the deal? How do you feel on the topic in terms of the man taking you out each and every single time? What do you feel like you should, or should a man do? Should he not say anything? And I get it, because you got men who, right, they will put that, they will put out the bread. They will put out the bread. But with them putting out the bread, I believe, in my opinion, even though they're paying for X, Y, and Z, they can handle it all. They still want to see the woman invest somehow doing something. That way, this woman isn't getting them for his bread, just getting them for his bread because he's able to do it. All right. Yo, let me see. So we got 2 comments in here. Woman of Figure Fitness says exactly. It's not always planned. While out, a woman just may decide to pay for the tip. Not so structured. No need to ask. All right, okay. No need to ask. We got one who says you don't need to ask. All right. Eccentric Treasure says asking is tacky. She put a period on that one. All right. Wait for the element of surprise. I can see that. Now hold on. Let me address Miss Eccentric Treasure here. What if the surprise, you don't know when the surprise is gonna come, right? That's like the guy saying, hey, look, wait on me to pay. Wait on me to pay for the date. Let me surprise you. You're not gonna be willing to wait on that. You want him paying now. That's what you want. Granted, I know that doesn't happen because we are supposed to court the woman. I get that. But I'm just saying that's something that many women would not be willing to wait on the man saying, hey, let me surprise you with paying for the date. That dude would lose with that woman. All right. Jackie L Entertainment says, playing around the notion of the man paying, so sometimes plan chill dates, okay, that cost little to nothing. See what type of woman you have and if she will try to offer. Jackie, I love that idea, right? Keep your expenses low. I really like that idea. All right, Natural Passion RN says, I don't think a man should ask to pay. I think suggesting she plan a date to surprise him is cute. Okay, I like that on the suggestion. All right, but asking makes it feel like you are only doing it for a return. All right, yo, as I promised you guys at the bottom of the hour, 8:30, we will have Miss Madiana Margao on the show, and she is here, ready to be on the Pimp Game podcast, where we highlight positive, intelligent, motivated people. All right.
Hello, what's up?
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
I'm
Welcome to the show.
How about yourself? I felt like I have this weird glow because of the light. Like,
That's fine. That's fine. You looking nice in the background there. The light is pretty. It looks good to me. Looks good to me.
okay, all right.
All right. So Miss Mariana Margao, how for those people that may not know you out there who are joining us watching the show, just tell them about yourself. Obviously, you know, I said your name, but tell us what you do. What is it that you do?
Okay, so first of all, most people know me as Madi. So you say my whole government, and I don't want nobody looking for me now. Okay. Everybody as Madi, and I am the owner of Red Sprinkle. And Red Sprinkle is like a whole conglomerate. So essentially, what we do is we provide opportunities for creatives, essentially. So the helm of our business happens to be a fashion camp for young youth and young adults as well. And basically, we're showing them how to build careers from their creative aspirations. So if you want to be a fashion designer, if you want to be a nail artist, if you want to be a hair artist, if you want to be a makeup artist, all of those things, we connect you with those professionals in order for you to build your businesses. That's the first thing. But I'm also a grant writer. Cause I'm smart. I'm hood, but I'm smart.
Okay.
I write grants
All right.
as well, and so I help small businesses find their footing as well. So, and then also we've now gotten into a helm of it being about real estate. So we're doing a lot of different things, but at the real helm of what we do and what I do is that I just make little girls, black girls like me.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. I like that. I like that. I like that. So let's go back to where it all started when you were younger. What got you? Because as I know, I kind of
How much am
I've
I?
known you.
I like.
I've known you through your sister Rebecca. How you had a decision to make where some people may not know you had a decision to either go the law school route to be a lawyer or choose what you're doing now, which is the owner of Red Sprinkle. How did all that come about? Tell us.
Okay. Wow. So first of all, I started out as a stylist. So I work with a lot of different artists, including Chris Brown. First, So in that, I got tired of moving from New York, between New York and DC. And so in that, I fell in love. I was an idiot. I was like, I'm in love. This woman, man, whatever the case may be, idiotic. But nonetheless, in it,
All right.
I became a visual merchandiser for a while. Okay. So now, me and being a visual merchandiser, what that means is, how you see those mannequins in different stores and mannequins
Okay.
on? I was the person that did that. And when you see
Mm.
displays, if you go to Herald Square and all those, I did that as well. So I started to work for Macy's, and I worked for Macy's for many years, and I was a visual merchandiser, and I built myself up to being a visual assistant manager, and then I became a visual manager, and then I became a visual director. And then I traveled. Like, you know, I got tired of traveling because, again, finding your footing and finding love kind of define those things for me. And I decided to go to Brooks Brothers. When I went to Brooks Brothers, most racist company ever. And I can say it and stamp it because I ended up suing them. And yeah, so whatever. I dare them to come at me, right?
All right. Hey, Brick Brothers, if you out there listening to the Pimp Game podcast, hey, we
I dare.
don't come at Pimp Game. Madiana made that comment.
Exactly. And thank you for the coins. So, and
So,
so it
so
is.
what's
But
that? What's that? Go ahead.
I done. So, long story short,
Okay.
thereafter, um, I lost the job because, like I said, it was a racist organization. And my sister and I sat together and we just determined what do we want to do in our lives. And we created a list. What do we love and what are we passionate about? And we cross reference. And that is how Red Sprinkle came about. And she created the name because she was in the shower washing her hair and was like, Red sprinkle. The water sprinkle.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay.
Like nothing fancy about it.
I I I like that. So in the element of you guys forming or you forming Red Sprinkle,
Mm.
what was it like for you to get your first big? Because the first client is that's the biggest client, right? Because once you get one, now you can get two, now you can get three, now you can get four.
Yeah.
What was that moment like for you to get your first client underneath the Red Sprinkle brand? Take us
Oh,
back and how did that go?
literally in the car with my sister and our first big client, we got a contract for $32,000. I think it was 32,000. $32,000, and it was with the Department of Employment Services. And we're driving in the car, and we literally stopped the car, and we were crying. We were so happy because we were like, somebody believed in us, and they're funding
Wow.
like 32,000. Keep in mind, we were broke as hell, and we're like, give me. It was, yeah.
So nobody came back and say and looked at the 32 grand and say, oh, hold on, this is they could do a little bit, they could bump it up 20K. What's up? Nobody came back to challenge that, or you guys were just happy to get that first deal?
Listen, you had to prove yourself. I'm not looking for anybody to bump nothing up because I was new to the game. Now I can command whatever I want to command, correct? You know,
Right. Okay.
but in that same respect, I would be happy with 10 grand because somebody believed in our dream. 32 grand was like $1 million. And that's
Mm,
perspective. A lot of times, sometimes people believe it's like, I need to get this much in order for me to verify or justify what I'm doing. You don't need to do all that. You need to be happy with what God given you and need to learn that I need to prove myself for me to get more. That's how we
right.
abundance.
So tell me, in because I know it has to be difficult to not only get the contract or to get the first deal, right? Because you guys were crying in the car. Oh my God, we I don't know how we got this. How difficult was it to actually put a plan together for the youth, for the kids that you guys were getting ready to really take underneath your wings of Red Sprinkle to really say, hey, this is our brand. We believe in this. How difficult was it to come together on a plan for the kids?
Put it all because we knew what we liked. So when it's something that you like and something that you enjoy, you know exactly what you want. You know what we
Okay.
and it was easy to convey that. I think the difficulty was how people receive it because you're not responsible for that. But the thing that I'm responsible for as a professional is making sure that I'm prepared and I'm set up. So it wasn't hard at all.
Okay, okay. I like that. I like that. I like that. So with all the fashion brands out there that might be teaching the youth, they might be doing it on a major scale, at a mid-level scale, lower scale. What separates Red Sprinkle from the masses? Like what is Red Sprinkle doing that's different
Me,
than the masses out there?
because I'm the bomb.com. I'm an
Okay. Okay.
and I understand exactly what that struggle is. And I go from white schools to black schools to polka dot schools to whatever. And I meet people where they are. I am the special sauce in this. Because quite
Okay.
I tell anybody could do a fashion camp. Anybody could run fashion programming. Anybody could write grants if you're a great like literary agent. But nonetheless, anybody can do what you do. The special sauce is you.
I
Me.
like that. I like that. I like that. The special sauce.
I'm
I,
the
I,
that's
I
it.
really like that. If you are just joining us on the show, we are live here on Pimp Game, the podcast with Miss Madiana Margao. She is the owner and CEO of Red Sprinkle. We are here picking her brain about what makes her great, what makes her her, what makes Red Sprinkle the bomb.com. That's what we are doing. So, Mariana, tell us what when you doing red sprinkle, right? There might be a little girl out there, or some maybe a grown lady out there, a dude out there, right? That might want to do their own red sprinkle. Of course, obviously a different name. What would you say to those people? What do they need to do to get started to be at a level of a red sprinkle?
Well, make sure your compliance is together. That's the first thing. So compliance is all of your documents with the government. Do you pay your taxes? Have you paid your tickets? At least specifically in DC, because I run into that a lot with my clients. That you're not going to get anything if you don't do your due diligence. So the bare minimum, make sure your life is together. That's first. Okay?
Okay.
Second thing is come up with a plan. Like, what do I want to do? What am I interested in? I was talking to one of my best friends today, and she was like, you know, a food truck idea. That was amazing. And I was like, boom, let's get it. And we're getting it done. But it was like, okay, well, do you have your license? Do you have, so all of those things that come in appropriated to what you want. Do you have that? You know what I'm saying? So,
Okay.
or like, think about that. And then also just believe in yourself. Because so many people want to tell you that you can't. So many people wanted to shut you down. And I'm not that. But you got to believe it in yourself that you can do whatever you want to do. Right?
Right. Okay. I like that. So I went with. We just went with. Hey, what would you tell those people? What would you tell that little girl out there who wants to do her own little red sprinkle with her own name and things like that? Let's go the other route. We're gonna go the other route. What would you tell that little girl out there, that little boy out there, or that grown man or that grown woman out there? What are some of the pitfalls to watch for when you are trying to start your own fashion business, giving back to the youth, or just a fashion business in general? Maybe they want to go a different direction. What's some of the pitfalls that that person or those people may have to watch out for?
Well, if you're a woman, watch out for like those almost predators. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of R. Kelly ass niggas out here. Like, let's be,
Okay.
you know,
Okay.
if they ain't R. Kelly niggas, like they're just predators. You know what I'm saying? And they don't respect you for your business. They just want something from you. That's number one. So as a woman, always keep your wits and your respect about yourself.
Okay.
That's the
Okay.
first thing. The other thing that I would say also, get your money. Don't be afraid to ask. Today, I went on a whole tour today because it's 3 invoices that's outstanding. And I got in my car at 8 o'clock in the morning and I drove to every office. You got my money? You got my money? You got.
All right, yo, if you're a business out there, you doing business with Red Sprinkle, Madiana might be coming to a door near you. Picking up her check. That's what she might be picking up. So let me ask you right now where Red Sprinkle is. Are there any projects coming on? I know you mentioned the food truck earlier. Any projects you have working on right now that's in the works that we could look forward to as maybe fans of Red Sprinkle or people that's tuning into your brand? What is it that we could look forward to that's coming up in the near future?
Absolutely. So there's West Franklin, Miami. So we're already in the Miami school system. So we've now expanded there. Right now, my God, we've already signed 4 contracts for DC, including us working with the Department of Employment Services, out of school time programming for DC government as well. So we're doing some really amazing, cool things right now.
Okay.
I'm excited in terms of what that looks like. I have a staff, and my staff is of 9 people right now. And so I'm having everybody at different sites and making sure that I get everybody situated and things like that. But we're all a family, and we view it from that particular perspective. So in that regard, we're doing programming online and in person, and we're now in the South, and we also near your door. So just hit me up. and let me know what you're looking for.
I like that. Red Sprinkle doing big things in the DMV area. She has now outsourced her services to the Miami area, and she's also down south. Is that what you said? Did I get that correct?
Well, Miami is down south, honey. So
Right,
Miami.
right, right, right. It is down south. Yeah, okay, okay. I'm thinking Alabama or something like that. Georgia. Hey. Okay, 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 okay. So tell us, because I done a little my due diligence, my research, heard it out through the grapevine that hey, Madiana might be on a podcast. Tell us a little bit about that. How is that? Are you able to even talk about that right now? But yeah,
I can't
tell
really
us about that.
right now, but what I can do is give you little tidbits of it being like it goes through the process because I literally just closed on a new place, which is where I'm at right now, which is why it sounds like it's an echo. And when I'm out of my windows, and there's big bay windows to the left of me, and I can see my old projects right there where I grew up.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Every morning when I wake up and I'm able to walk into the living room area and I can see it and I'm just like, damn, I grew up here. And so my podcast goes through that process from being infancy to being like, boom.
I
That's
like that. I like that.
a podcast.
I like that. I really enjoy that. Yo, if you are just joining us, we are live on Pimp Game Podcast with the lovely Madiana Margao. She is the owner and CEO of Red Sprinkle, doing a thing in the DMV. We are here live picking her brain about what Red Sprinkle got going on. All right? So, Madiana, we talked about it earlier on the show. We definitely want your input on it.
Okay.
How many dates? How many dates should a man take a woman out on before the woman pays for one date? What do you
Well,
think?
first
What's your
of
thoughts
all,
on this? What you think?
okay, so for me, any man that I've been with, I personally, I'm not a selfish person. Okay? So what I'm gonna do is probably after the third date, but it needs to be a good. It needs to be a good date. My bad. And after the third, then I would do it. But that honestly depends on where the person is, like financially, where you at in your life or whatever. But dates don't necessarily need to cost money. So should it cost money? Let me ask you that question.
Should it cost money? I mean, hey, you know that we all know all dates usually cost money. So what I hear you saying is on the fourth day you don't mind paying. That's what you're saying?
The third, I don't mind on the third. No, we need to go through 3 days. You right, my bad. Okay, fourth date. Fourth, I'll take care of it. And I'll do something nice like tacos or whatever. Or we go for a walk at the mall or whatever and get some ice cream. And I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. No, no, no. I got it. Boom.
So, fellas, if you are out there listening to the Pimp Game podcast, make sure, hey, if you're interested in Mariana, Margao, what you want to do, the first date, a museum. The second date, a picnic. The third date, maybe, I don't know, a movie night or something like that. And then she got the fourth date. Maybe you guys can go to Roof Chris or something like that. Or maybe the ocean there, somewhere nice. Is that what you're saying?
And Ruth's Chris and all this because I'm paying for it. Really.
Well, I mean, you said the fourth date. So I'm trying to accommodate you.
Man, I don't.
I am not just messing with you. Just messing with you. So let me ask this though. How would you feel? Let's say the man came to you on the third day and said, "Hey, would you pay for me?" How would you feel about that? Do you think he shouldn't say anything? Should he let you surprise him, or what you think that it doesn't need to be discussed? What's your thoughts on that?
I don't think any man should ever do that. That speaks to the man, you know,
Okay.
and how he, it's always an honor thing, like at the end of the day, my father was very much a man, but he was like trash. He was a terrible dad. He was. But one thing that I could always respect about him is that he had this pride about himself. He would never be that guy to be like, hey, yeah, you got this. You gonna pay for this? Like, Like he's not that guy. Like he would
Okay.
never. You know what I'm saying? So in that same regard, I would never have a man come to me with like nonsense like that. Never.
Okay.
To me, it's like, are you a man? This is
Makes sense.
a meal. You know, like there's ways of being able to do it. And then in that same respect, women need to come to the fucking pulpit and say that shit too, of being like, y'all need to step up of you also being able to say, I got it, no problem. Like, I want to go here, I want to go to Ruth's Chris, if we say that's the standard. Ruth's Chris, I can take care of it. I don't need you to do that. You know, so it's a person-based thing, more so than an action. That's my thought process. But I could be wrong.
Okay. I like that. So we touched on Red Sprinkle doing his thing, and you got it going on with the youth.
I do.
Tell us, how can they reach you out there? Maybe someone may want their kid to join Red Sprinkle in the program that they have going on. How can they contact you? How can they reach out to you? Maybe by email, phone, whatever, IG. How can people reach out to you to make sure maybe they want to get their kid in the Red Sprinkle program or find out more information?
For our website, that's number one. So that's www.redsprinkle.com. Very simple. It's Red Sprinkle across all social media brands and likenesses. And also Madi, Madi at redsprinkle.com for inquiries. Madi at redsprinkle.com.
So Madi, so that's Madi at redsprinkle.com. Is that correct?
Very simple. Mm-hmm.
I like that. Okay. I am putting that in here for you guys in the chat.
Not jingle fold. Not jingle fold.
Okay, so you like the money that folds. That's what you're saying. All right. I like that. So what about Monty, give us your Instagram handle as well, if they want to maybe contact you by Instagram.
Oh, okay. So Ruben said he happened to be one of my first male students 12 years ago. He was. And
Wow. Shout out to Ruben.
that's my babe. Hey, Ruben. I love you. Yes. And
All right.
I'm friends with everybody that I reared, I guess, if you will. But that's not the thing. I never come from a perspective of being somebody's teacher. I come from the perspective of being your friend, you know? And Ruben is like the dopest person in the world. He has a baby as well, and all of those various things. And just to be able to see people through these years, not only do I feel old as fuck, because I do,
All right.
it's impactful, you know?
I
Right?
like that. I like that. So if you guys are trying to reach out to Miss Madiana Margao, see what Red Sprinkle has going on, her Instagram is also it's Madi. So that's it's Madi. I believe. Is that correct?
Yes, but that's a little raw, so don't be comparing my business with my personal stuff.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I have exactly why I didn't say it.
All right.
Semblance of your personal life, okay?
I
So
get that.
for business inquiries, go to Red Sprinkle. If you feel like you like my personality, then go to my personal page, okay? Like, I don't want to make disclaimers. You understand what I'm saying?
I like that. All right. I am with you. So, hey, if you are just joining us, that concludes our show on the Pimp Game podcast, right? Hey, next week we got a special guest in store for you guys. She goes by the name of Pink. She is the owner and CEO of Pinkaboo Artistry. She's been doing makeup in the makeup game in the industry for a while. Celebrity makeup artist. She will be on the show next week on tap. All right. We would like to thank Miss Madiana Margao for coming on on the show. And hey, if you want to have a certain topic you want to discuss, send us an email, pimpgamepodcast@gmail.com. We will see what topic you want to talk about, and we will talk about it on the show. All right? Yo, we will be back next week on Pimp Game, the podcast. See you next week, and we will have Pink on the show. Holla.